All right, so if you remember when we create pages, add new, our hero comes default with some blocks. And then it's up to us if we want to add more body content. But our footer, if we go to footers here, and this is kind of like a hidden field here, I don't want you all to have to set this, or we don't want you all to have to set this every single time, you know? And so what this says, if you read it, it says, this simply will use the default footer configured Y. So this means on this page, this is going to use the default footer. If we click this, you can see in your side nav, footers is selected here. And so that was the next thing I want to show you here. We just covered menus. Let's go to footers. And what this is just another row of sections, but this is the thing that appears at the bottom of every single page. And what these are like really boring, a lot of default settings here, but there's some really important things to show off. So, for example, if we go over here, let's go to the bottom of the homepage. We have copyright text, we have like contact information, we have social. If we go here, you can kind of see, okay, that link heavy footer, it matches up to the design, and that's how we can swap all those individual items. We could swap which items we want to show up as those partner logos, the copyright text. And so if just like on the sections for the shared options, you would just click copyright. It would open up the shared defaults or the missed defaults, and then you could change this to whatever you want. And there's all these different fields you can add, and it just gets fancier and fancier the more you add. The more common one that's probably going to happen if you're watching this video is, we'll go back to our footers. Maybe you just don't like the footer call to action. So that's okay. We encourage you all to change this. That's just going to be this nice grid looking thing that shows up at the bottom, image on the left, text on the right. We go here, image on the text, or image on the left, text on the right with a button, and then more buttons. So if you want to edit those, just go to your footer call to action, edit that language out, change that image, edit those buttons, and go through the settings here. Same thing with the footer buttons. You could read all this, but really just let's change the default action buttons. And we have join for members, political action. Join for members, political action. And so that's how you would edit all of those. And what's nice about that, you hit save once, and then site-wide, every single one of your pages, that entire footer will update. You'll always want this to be a nice follow-up call to action. Maybe it's the negotiated agreement. Maybe it's like join us. Maybe it's just a link to who we are. But it just makes the site feel fluffy and nice and welcoming.